Are we live now? For real? For real? For real live?
We're live now.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely had some technical difficulties. We had a false start there. We went to go live on the original one and everything we did just disappeared. So now that we're live now, that's awesome. So I thought that we would just do a live unboxing of all this F1 Ultra goodness that they sent instead of including it in my review video that I'll probably get out in about a week because I still need to get familiar with the unit. But instead of filming all that unboxing, I just thought we'd get into it together. I literally have not opened anything that dropped here, so we're literally going to be getting into this together. So if you don't know what the xTool F1 Ultra is, it's a big brother to the F1, which came out, which has a 20-watt diode in it and a 20-watt fiber laser in it with a whole bunch of other cool new features that I'm excited to learn about and get into when I do my full video. But I'm also excited to just open up these boxes and see what it kind of looks and feels like. So that's what we're doing today. I don't do a lot of live videos, so this is all kind of new to us here. I've got my assistant Dana over there. She's manning the thank you, Dana. She's manning the comments. So feel free to post questions in the comment section, and she'll kind of relay those questions to me, and I'll try to answer them as I'm creating massive amounts of cardboard and styrofoam and everything else that I'm probably just gonna like chuck right over there. So I think we should just get right into it. I don't know what we want to unbox first. Okay, that's a lie. I totally want to unbox the conveyor belt because I'm really interested in that and how they included that. So we are unboxing the deluxe package. So everything that we're going to unbox is what you would get if you got the deluxe package, which is the conveyor belt, the smoke purifier, the rotary tool, the actual F1 Ultra. And also, before we get started, if at any point in this unboxing video you have decided you've seen enough and you want to get one, there's affiliate links in the description of the video. They don't cost you anything to use those, but they do give me a little kickback on those as a way to say thank you for talking about the product, and it helps support the channel. So just know there are some links in the description if you're ready to go with this unit. And with that said, let's get this first box out here. Oh, and yeah, this is not an xTool water bottle. It just happens to be green in case my voice gets all scratchy while we're doing the live stream. So,
got a hello from Las Vegas.
What's up, Las Vegas? Thanks for joining. All right, let's bring this first huge box out here. All right, this is the conveyor belt, and I've been wanting to open this. Oh, there we go. And we're just going to start to get into it, and I'm going to actually try to use my handy dandy box opener that we showed in the Temu video. We're going to actually see how this little guy works. So let's get into it. Okay, that was successful. Hopefully I don't knock my water bottle over. All right. Ooh, that's good. I was like unboxing new lasers. They're really it's a lot to film these and include them in the video. And I feel like the unboxing part kind of takes away from like my video reviews. So I thought this would be a little change of pace to just kind of unbox it here. Just, wow. Okay, that's some big old flaps. I'm going to move my water bottle. Okay, so far so good. I don't know if this is the right side up or upside down, but we're going to find out. All right, so we got a huge piece of foam in here. And I'm just going to be kind of tossing things around the corner here and creating a huge pile of stuff. Okay, so looks like I did get it upside down, but it looks like you've got a some clips that I'm guessing maybe help clip it on. We'll find out about that. You've got the cable, some tools, instructions for the conveyor belt. It's pretty cool. I just like how space age this thing looks. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to set it against the wall here for a second so I can get this box out of the way. Make sure there's nothing else in there. Please don't fall. All right. All right. Let's close this giant box back up and we'll take a little look at it. Can everybody hear me okay out there? Anybody watching live? Anybody comment that they can, audio's okay? Should be.
No one's saying anything on audio. Inspiration. Oh, they're saying yes.
Yes. Okay. Excellent.
Inspiration said they're going to have to get a new workbench just for the conveyor belt.
Yeah, it's substantial for sure. So here we are. Let's get this plastic off of here. Oh yeah, it feels as good as I thought it would. Because you know, a lot of these manufacturers, they use 3D renderings to like really make the product pristine. You never really know how it's gonna like feel in real life, whether it's gonna be like substantial, feel, you know, solid. All right, into the black hole packaging. Now that needs to go. All right. That's so awesome. I didn't even think about that. That's really funny. I should put Coco on here. Give her some exercise when I can't take her for a walk. I wonder if it's got multiple speeds. All right, well, let's check this thing out. Ooh. Okay, so I can tell you right away that this is a very rubbery, grippy, very thick track belt. And the sides are, it feels like anodized aluminum. And so are these brackets with some nice rubbery grips. And I don't want to like, I don't know if you're supposed to roll it. Oh yeah. This thing is so cool.
Trev4 asked if we're going to be doing a video on this later.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is not my, let me just clarify. This is not my video on the F1 Ultra. This is just me getting a wild hair and saying, hey man, let's go live today and unbox all this stuff. This is not my full review. I'm not even going to plug this thing in today on live here. I just wanted to unbox everything and actually just kind of show it to you, get a look at it myself. And then we still got to film all the testing and run it through its paces. But man, this thing is solid. It just has one input on the back here. The peripheral is just one. There's no other buttons or nothing on here. It's just a treadmill for little people, like someone else said. Very cool. All right. Well, that is definitely as solid and sturdy as I thought it would be. So, and then I guess this is the cable for it. This must be some kind of clamp that maybe holds it to the base of the F1 Ultra, but I'm sure I'll find out what that's for eventually. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside over here for now so I can have more room to unbox the next thing. I think that's it for that. All right, let's do that. Set this over here. And then at the end, I think I'll put everything, see if we can get everything back on the table. All right, what do we grab next? Let's not get to the F1 Ultra. We got two more boxes. We've got this little box of accessories here. So let's get into that. So this was another box that came, and I think it's got some stuff in it like the rotary and some other stuff. Let's get into all this stuff. Okay, so we've got the foot pedal. So the foot pedal, I guess if you like using a foot pedal, some fiber lasers that I have did come with that initially, and that's so you can, just put the object in there, hit the foot pedal, which is basically the mark button. So That's an optional accessory, the foot pedal. Let's open that up and check it out.
Inspiration said, I'm interested in seeing how the rubber holds up if a stray beam hits it at high power.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now that if that happens, it's going to damage. Whether it's the fiber laser or the diode laser, if that beam does go outside of the what you're supposed to be engraving, it's black rubber. So fiber lasers love anything black, first of all, and so do diode lasers. So I would definitely keep an eye out for that for sure, because it will probably melt or cut the track belt. So I would expect that they're probably going to have replacement track belts for cells, because accidents are going to happen. And I think that's if their vision system is good, and it shouldn't be an issue. If their vision system is on target and it's not picking up like things that aren't there, it should be good. All right, so here's this. This reminds me of, like, I don't know if there's any musicians out there. This reminds me of a piano foot pedal, or like a sustain pedal that you'd get with a MIDI keyboard or something like that. But if it's very good. It doesn't feel cheap, and it's got the peripheral on it. So not much more to talk about there.
Yeah, someone said it would come in handy for fiber and business cards, the foot pedal.
Oh yeah, it definitely could. Yeah, for sure. I've never used the foot pedal in my production here in the that came with my other fiber unit. I've never found a need for it, but I could see how we could have used it with many of our jobs using a foot pedal. We just kind of reach over and hit the F2 or the mark button on the laptop. But some people are gonna really get some use out of that. All right, what's in this? Ooh, looks like we have another kind of mark. Remember, I was just talking about we just reached over and hit the mark button or the space bar. Well, they've also got just a single button that you can hook up as well. So that's cool. You can put that anywhere you want, anywhere that's convenient. So let's see, we got that. Look at this. It's just one single go button. We'll call this the nuke button. Yeah, the fidget button. So you can just, feels very clicky. This is like solid anodized aluminum here. Very cool. So you got multiple options: foot pedal, mark button. Very thoughtful of xTool to put all these little extra features in there. Put that away. Let's get that. So we've got two different buttons. Let's see what's in this last. No, it's not the last box. We got two more boxes. I feel like this is probably like tools and stuff, or maybe sample material. Ooh, tons of sample material. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got, it looks like we've got, this reminds me of some of the stuff we got from Timu. Honestly.
It's probably the same factory.
I don't know. Okay, so in this little sample box, sample material, this is really cool that they send this. This is really going to give you an opportunity to try both the fiber laser and the diode laser. They got some wooden keychain key tags right here. Looks like it probably walnut, maybe. Let's see. We've got some necklaces with pendants. Looks like plated gold, electroplated necklaces, so you can try out the fiber on this metal pendant right here. You got a few of those.
Are you gonna hold anything up?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to bring it a little closer, you could. I don't know if it'll stay in focus or whatever, but
Yeah, it'll change.
nice. Ooh, so we got those, and then, and I don't know if these are still popular, honestly. I remember there was a time a few years ago with a little like rectangular pendants. You can get your name engraved on them. I'm not sure how popular. They think they were popular at one point. You get some of those too. Once again, just testing material. Super helpful to dial in your settings.
Greetings from Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Scotland in the house. Thanks for popping in. That's awesome. Looks like some dog tags. I can't tell if these are steel or like copper colored. It could just be the lighting, but anyway, whole stack of stainless steel dog tags here, or some kind of metal. They included a ring, a steel ring here. So if you want to get real technical and you want to use the rotary, which we're going to open up next, and practice engraving on the outside or the inside of rings, which is something you can do with this unit. Going to take some practice, I'm sure, but here's one practice blank. I'm just telling you from experience, you're going to need more than one to get it right. Looks like, wow, they are really, so this is like the final. So look at this chain right here. I don't know if they're expecting you to practice on these little tiny butterflies, but that would be like the advanced challenge to put an initial on each one of those butterflies. Yeah, but you know, if it can put an initial on there with the fiber using the camera, man, you're on your way to success right there. Let's see what's in here. We've got, oh, this is great. Oh my God, this is great. This is great. This is great. Okay. They gave us 2 brand new sets of Apple AirPod Pros. Just kidding.
I'll take one of those.
Just kidding. But they did give you some dummy cases to practice on. And I'm guessing the reason for this is that it's the same type of polymer or plastic that the AirPod Pro cases are on. And you guys have seen me in other videos. I have a whole tutorial on how to engrave these with the fiber laser. So, but it's really cool. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in these. They're just dummy cases or display cases. I don't even feel a battery or any kind of electronics in here, but yeah, it's a pretty cool extra piece of material to play around with. You know, one of the things that's important whenever you're getting like a new system like this, or a fiber laser, or a diode laser like this, is dialing in your settings and keeping a log of all those settings for all these different materials. When I first started my business years and years and years ago, I remember we spent weeks, every week for months, just grabbing anything we could to laser engrave with the fiber or the CO2. And we had like a book, and also we're saving them on the computer of all the settings that we liked. We destroyed a lot of stuff. We melted a lot of stuff, but that's kind of what it takes. If you want to get into this as a business, is you're going to have your own set of settings, because not always the default settings for all this stuff that may come with the software is going to be just right. And don't always just use those default settings, excuse me, because you won't know that there's actually a faster or a better setting until you do all that experimenting. So use those test grids if you can test on the material, and create your own set of custom settings for all your materials, so you know you'll always get the right mark that you've always been looking for on each type of material. All right, man, there is more stuff in this box. Okay, what do we got here? Stamping blanks for wax seals. So these are brass, and so if you want to make your own wax seal stamp, you can do that with the 20-watt fiber. Looks like they give you the blanks. Check this out. The blanks and the thing. So you can engrave here with the fiber whatever monogram or design that you want.
For wax seal?
Uh-huh.
That's so smart.
Yeah, I know.
Very cool,
Dana's about to get married pretty soon. You already sent out your invitations though. But this is something that if you were doing hand invitations, you could have totally made your own seal, done
Those
the.
would sell really well.
You know, I've seen a lot of people selling these custom wax seal blanks, so that's really cool. That's a really good idea. Let's see. So yeah, definitely, and there's like not just one, there's like 3 in there. Looks like some other kind of steel tags are in here. Boom. More material, and then of course some challenge coin blanks. Not sure if these are solid brass or solid copper, but we're gonna find out when I make my video, that's for sure. Oh, and they did give you, look at that. They did give you more than 1 ring. So I spoke too soon. There's extra ring blanks in there as well. And some more, looks like pet tags and, oh, different materials to test on. Very, very thoughtful. So it looks like in here, we've got stainless steel blanks, right? We've got some stainless steel blanks to test your settings on, which is what we just talked about a few minutes ago, dialing in all your settings. And it looks like they also included some brass plates to dial in those settings on. Okay, that is a whole, all that was in here. Whose job was it to pack all that in here? Because there is no way that I'm getting all that packed in there. All right, I'm shoving it back in so we can move on. All right.
People are definitely excited. Sorry, I'm coughing.
No, that's okay.
People are definitely excited for the F1 Ultra.
Oh yeah.
For the conveyor belt, materials.
Oh yeah. I know that some people have already placed their pre-order, I'm sure, and it's going to be a while. I think they said in the release last night on their own official video there they were going to start shipping in like 15 or 20 days, like the first batch. So
Yeah,
they're on it.
This morning. We bought the whole set this morning.
That bought the whole set this morning.
Yeah.
The deluxe set. Nice.
Ultra and conveyor.
Yeah. All right, let's set this off of there. Boom, boom. All right, and the last thing in this box is the RA2 rotary. And I think it's the same. I don't think this is a different rotary than the rotary that would have came with the S1 or some of the other ones. I don't know, maybe someone who has the F1 that's in there. Does anybody else have just the original F1? Did it come with the RA2 rotary? Or is this like a new thing that the F1 series has the rotary now? No, I think the F1 came with the rotary. I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember this rotary. This is the same one that came with the S1 that we reviewed. It is a ultra configurable rotary, so that you've got all your tools there. This is how the rotary comes like initially in its initial setup, but you can totally reconfigure it with the jaws, and it's got the little when you get into the jaws, you can, this is like the little cup support down here. And in here, I'm not even gonna completely unbox all this because it's just so many parts. But this is definitely one of the most interesting rotaries that I've seen, in the fact that it can be configured in so many different ways, like a lot of ways. It reminded me of like an erector set rotary.
Jen said that her F1 didn't come with it, the rotary tool.
Her original F1 didn't come. I wonder if it was an option to buy it and she just didn't get it, or no matter. This one, if you get it with the rotary or you get the deluxe package, is definitely going to come with it. And you should be able to do cups and ring. You're going to need this. So you're going to need this RA2 rotary with the system if your intention is to do cups, or if you want to do rings or other cylindrical objects that need full wraps or anything. You're definitely going to want to get whatever package comes with this particular rotary and the F1 Ultra. You're definitely going to want to pick this one up. Okay. All right, let's put this over here. All right. All right. Let's just get in. Let's get into the Ultra, man. Let's just unbox it, and then the last thing we'll unbox is the smoke purifier, because I'm kind of interested in checking that out too. All right. Is this a 2-person lift?
Do you need help?
Probably. Oh God. Okay, so that's about the size of the box. So not too bad. Let's see here. Does it say this way up? Well, I'm just going to open it up. Still using the handy dandy secret box opener. God, wouldn't it be lame if I like cut my hand open on camera? Don't do that. Oh, excuse me, short commercial break here while I go repair my hand. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Very cool. Okay, so the first thing I've got here is this side box. So, so that kind of is into the side, kind of holding everything together. And then I can see right now the Ultra is like wrapped in like styrofoam with like these lift out straps, which we'll get to in a second. So let's set this off to the side, and I'll see if I can muscle this thing out. So it kind of comes like this. I'll show you the top there. So it's all sutured up really, really nice with these like Velcro. I wonder how that sounds on the microphone. Okay. I think we need to set it down on the ground, because I don't think I'm going to be able to lift it high enough. So we'll lift it out in its little egg, and then we'll set it on the table. All right. And there's my water bottle. All right, ready? Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Oh, the bottom part of the egg stayed in the box. So just to be clear, there's another part right here, but it stayed in the box. So here we go. Very good packing. I mean, it better be, with all the mirrors and everything, all the fragile, delicate components. In here, I can totally understand that they had to probably spend a good amount of time on the packaging, making sure that everything stayed stable. Okay. And so you get some extra straps too. Yeah. These actually aren't too bad. Maybe like if you ever need a tourniquet or anything. Hopefully you don't.
We might need that.
Yeah, I'm going to save this in case I cut my hand. All right, we'll set that.
Someone's really excited to know what the total height is going to be.
Okay.
Of
this one?
Mm-hmm.
With the door open or closed? Okay, well, I can get a tape measure and I can answer that question for you for sure.
We're also saying it's like ASMR.
Oh, really? Well, that was the whole idea, is like, it's kind of like Christmas. It's kind of like Christmas right now. I mean, let's just be honest. We're opening up all this stuff. It's like Christmas morning at Laser Engraving 911. That's what it is. I kind of don't want to lay this on its side, but I kind of don't. I don't want to lay it on its side. I just want to get this off somehow. You want to try to find me a tape measure real quick, Dana? So we can like get some dimensions. Ooh, boy. Oh, I hate this tape measure.
Did you want a different one?
Yes.
Oh.
This one's like the Harbor Freight special. It's all like beat up. Okay, wow. That feels like really solid. And not just because there's like foam packed in it, but there's all kinds of tape keeping it shut. So, ooh, that's nice. I think I have one in here. Let's see if I remember. Yep, I got one.
Okay.
I got one. Okay. Good tape measure. Bad tape measure. All right, what do we got here? Nice. Okay, so height with the door shut. $19.5 inches. So 19.5 inches tall. Yep, just double checking. And it is about 13.5 inches deep. I mean, I never saw the F1 in person, so I don't know. But I've seen people putting this next to it, and the F1 looks like it's like this big. Like, I guess this is a lot bigger than the original F1. So, but for me, since this is my first time having any of the F1 series, like, it doesn't seem that big to me. It seems like
a desktop.
Yeah. I mean, like a subwoofer. Like, it reminds me of kind of like a subwoofer in a speaker system. But anyways, the width was 9.5. So 9.5 wide, 13.5 deep, and 19.5 tall with the door shut. So when we open this up, and I guess that's as high as it goes. So when you have the door all the way open, you go up to 28.5 inches of clearance that you're going to need if you want to like put this underneath like maybe a workbench.
Could you do metric as well?
No. No, I don't do metric. I'm old school. You can open up Google and translate that. I've always worked, and my friend Alex over at Laser Everything, he absolutely gets on me all the time. Every time I want everything in inches, he's like, why? Why do you do this? I don't understand your insanity. I was like, because that's how I started, and I just can't be bothered. I know. So I apologize.
So they wanted to know the height because they're setting up a man cave full of machines.
Yes, I love man caves full of machines. Yeah, that's basically what my shop is. Yeah. It's a man cave full of machines. That's like the best idea. Or a woman cave full of machine, either one. A cave full of machines is fantastic. All right, so we've got all this packing foam in here. Check this out. All right. Okay, so this was here. Look at this little like Tetris thing they got going on here. So you pop that out, pull this out. Ooh, that's the little remote control module that hooks up to it. We'll get into that. And you pop this out. Okay, maybe I have to take this out first. You don't want to break it. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, take this out. Is that? Nope. Not going to happen. Okay, I'm just going to, well, it's tight. All right, I won't drag it out anymore. All right, and then that drops down, and you've got another box hiding inside that one. Oh.
Jen says she loves her F1. She says with the S1, it takes over 20 minutes for a slate coaster.
Yeah.
With her F1, it takes only a few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I can totally see that. And I have read a lot of people really, really, really are getting a lot of use out of their F1. Like when it came out, it like changed the game for a lot of people, and people were able to do like custom little engravings on the road, like take it with them to like fairs and stuff. So I think this machine will just be even more useful than the F1. This says, just so you know, this little one button says, pull down the field lens protector to remove it. So that's good. They're protecting the lens that's up in here that I know you can't see. We don't have multiple angles, but they're basically saying remove the lens cap, please, before you start playing around. So there is a lens cap underneath there protecting the lens. Make sure you take that off before you start goofing around, or you'll be like, huh, what's that burning plastic smell? The laser will go right through that plastic lens protector for sure. Okay, cool. So there's that. We'll set that aside for a second. We'll get this foam out of here because we kind of don't need that anymore. Okay. And then we will get into this little control panel first. Oh my God, there's box. Was that all in this box? All that stuff was in there. Okay.
In Italy, Scotland, and Illinois.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Wow. Okay, so yet another mark button, but it's also much more than that. So I think this big green button is also going to be the start marking button as well. But this is the remote it's a full screen that gives you a bunch of information, of probably a preview of the job that you're about to do. And I know that you can adjust the Z axis, the focus, using the up down arrow. And I believe it has the framing feature built into. I'm not sure if this is actually a touch screen right here or it's just kind of a preview of what you're about to be engraving. But like I said, we're going to get into that. Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is not my official review video of this unit. I just thought we'd do the unboxing part live for fun because I don't usually go live, and literally unbox everything together. I didn't pre-open this stuff up, so I'm totally getting into it for the first time as if you were getting one yourself. So this is what you can expect. There's a link in the description of this video if you haven't already got in line to purchase one of these right now. It's the F1 Ultra 20-watt diode and 20-watt fiber laser, all combined into one with the conveyor belt and a bunch of other cool features that I'm super excited to try out. But anyway, there's a little remote, little information there. We'll move this box out of the way. Black hole. All right, what's in here? What is this? Okay, so, okay, so it looks like some USB cables, a key, the activation key, some other helpful things. So the main power cord is in here. You've got a little microfiber cloth. I'm guessing that's for cleaning off the lens. You know, as long as you've got good fume extraction on your unit, or any unit for that matter, and you really got a good amount of air sucking the fumes away, you really shouldn't have to clean the fiber laser lens. And on this one, it's a diode and fiber laser lens too often, but it's always a good idea to every week do an inspection when the unit is off of the lens to make sure there isn't anything on the lens that inadvertently got there. But I don't use I don't use lens caps too much on my other fiber lasers, and they've been fine for years, but I have really good fume extraction. Dana, can you go get me some water?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Name goes
I
here.
drank it all. I drank it all too fast.
Name goes here. Says that you're a natural and you should do more lives.
I should do more. That's my wife. Thank you, honey. I'm drinking more water, just so you know. I just asked Dana to go fill up my water bottle. Yeah, so in here, super basic, some peripheral cables, couple screwdrivers, clean your lens, or at least inspect your lens weekly before you start running jobs, because you definitely don't want to have something on there that's causing the lens to heat up and crack, and you'll have to replace that. Thank you. So much better. All right, boom. There's this guy that I watch on YouTube because I'm kind of a weather weenie. I like watching weather. And he does these live streams for like, when there's like tornadoes and stuff going, he does these live streams for like 5 or 6 hours, maybe even longer. And he literally has like milk jugs full of water next to him. And I keep seeing him as he's doing these super long live streams, drinking water. So I'm trying to take a play out of his playbook.
Oh, we should talk about the memberships.
Oh, about the memberships.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we haven't really talked about that yet. But for anybody watching, we just started offering channel memberships here on the channel. So that's something we were kind of thinking about for a while. We weren't really sure how to do it, but we did. It is now activated. So if you would like to become a channel member and join our channel, there's some extra benefits that you get. You get some cool little emojis that we've made and some badges based on how long you've been a member. We did 2 tiers, like there's the standard tier and then there's the super fan tier. You get everything that you got with the other tier and the super fan tier, but every month I'm going to sit right here once a month and go live for anybody, any of the members that are the super supporters. And I'm going to do like an hour-long Q&A and try to answer as many questions about as many laser things as I can. And that's one of the main benefits that you're going to get from being like a super supporter and a channel member. So check it out. There's a join button on the homepage of the channel. If it's for you, that's great. It helps us out. It's a great way to support the channel. If it's not for you, you know I'm always doing my best to still bring you all great content. But any kind of support we can get to help keep the wheels going here is greatly appreciated. So channel memberships, it's a thing. Check it out if you want to.
I got called an MVP.
An MVP?
Thank you, Trev, for.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Dana is a huge asset over here at Laser 911 for sure. Okay, so this other box. Okay, let's just get into it. I see some symbols on the top, but I'm not sure. Let's see, how does it want to open? How does it want to open? I want to open it upside down. I just want to use this thing right here. I just want to cut tape. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to open it. Might be upside down, but oh, I think no. There we go. Da-da-doom. I do have to say, I do feel a little bit like I literally just want to unbox this and just kind of share it with everybody. But I have to say, I do feel a little bit like I'm doing the Home Shopping Network. And I'm not trying to do that. It just feels like that. So I guess I know now what it feels like for all those people for all those years. And they're still doing that, aren't they? Aren't they still doing like Home Shopping Network stuff? Oh my God. Okay, so in here we've got the Fume extractor hose. goes on the back. That is also could be used as a musical instrument. Yeah, there it is. So, fume extractor hose, aka musical instrument. Set this right here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, let's get this all out of here and get this giant box out of here so we can take a look at that. Okay. All right, so last things that were in that box, it looks like you've got the cutting grid. Now this is kind of cool. So if you're just engraving, you could use the little pins right here and jig up your stuff right here. But if you're gonna be doing cutting or anything, yeah, this is really nice that they included this. So this is basically like a cutting grid with the fins right here. But it's also a heat sink. So if you've got something that you know is gonna be running a piece of metal or anything that's gonna get hot, that's gonna be in there for a long time, this is not only gonna let you like cut through very thin metal or cut through some wood, but or acrylic even, I guess you can do with this since it's a diode, some acrylic, but it's also gonna act like a heat sink and dissipate all the heat being generated from the material that you might be carving into like really, really deep for a long time. I think this is definitely gonna be helpful. It is definitely made of aluminum. So that's the cutting table, AKA heat sink. Very nice, big giant brick power supply. Looks like, let's read this here real quick. What do we got? So it's a 24 volt, 10 amp output power supply. It's pretty chunky, man. But still, like, I have no doubt that this machine right here, even with the 20 watt fiber and the 20 watt diode, it's not going to draw a lot of power or use a lot of energy at all, because I know what my 50 watt like standard fiber laser draws when it's like running at full power, and it's like nothing. It literally, these things are so power efficient. That's another great thing about all the innovations coming out with laser engravers and fiber lasers and stuff, is they're super power efficient. You're never going to have to worry that that's going to be a major expense in your shop, is running one of these machines. And then you've got the main instruction manual there. And what's in here? Oh, more material. Okay. Okay. All right. More material. Now it makes me wonder if, and I just don't want to give any false impressions. So remember the other material that we opened up earlier? I'm wondering if that is a material pack that they're going to send out as like a bonus thing when you get the deluxe kit with all the brass coins, the key tags, or if that was something maybe they sent me that they wanted me to try all that stuff out. But I definitely know that no matter what, whoever gets the F1 Ultra is definitely going to get this material pack. So that other material pack of all the metals. So, okay, there's a little cloth bag in here, some cardboard, some Baltic birch wood. Looks like maybe some kind of leatherette patch, another necklace with a little pendant, some slate tiles, some anodized aluminum business cards. They could be steel or anodized aluminum, I don't know. But that's nice that they included a little material pack in there too. Okay. Get that back in there. So that was it for that. And I think the only other thing, let's see, put this off to the side. Dana, am I allowed to keep making annoying noises with this anymore?
Sure.
No, we should probably just move on to something else.
Gianni loves your shirt, by the way.
Oh, the Star Wars shirt, you know?
70s kid. I love Star Wars as well.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy Star Wars as well. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but my wife knows that I love sci-fi in general. So when she saw this, she said she found this at Goodwill. Yeah. And I was like, yes. She brought it home, and my son actually tries to steal it from me at night when he goes to bed. He likes to wear dad shirts when he goes to bed, and I catch him going into my drawer to trying to find this shirt quite often. All right. Okay, last but not least, we should open up the smoke purifier, aka the fume extractor. I would like to take a look at that. I might set this aside. Well, actually, before we do that, okay, we already kind of let's get a closer look at the Ultra here. Just really quick. I know that, I noticed this morning so many full reviews dropped on the F1 Ultra. Like they all dropped after xTool did their product release. So there's a lot of videos out right now, a lot of different angles of the machine. So I'm just going to show you some quick kind of different angles here. Oh, it's I will tell you right now, it is not light. It does not feel light at all. Like I just to lift it up and put it right here, like it's got some weight to it. So there's the front. I'll tilt it back a little bit. I know you can't see much, but there's the, wow, the lens is really big.
Do you want me to try and show it?
You can try. I don't know if we can get in there. I can try to get it a little.
As far as I can.
Yeah, the lens is like, doesn't that seem like extra wide? But I think it's a wide field. So it just seems like a much bigger lens than like my standard fiber laser lens. So, and then there's the fume extraction port. This is all metal, by the way, not plastic. So it looks like it's got the auto focusing, probably some additional lights in there, but this is that lens cap I was telling you about. So make sure you take that off before you fire off your laser for the first time. And then on the other side, I'm going to close this. Whoop. Maybe I'll leave that open. It's actually easier to turn this around with the door open because I don't want to grab the shield. But you've got all your peripherals, your power button, your emergency stop, which you're definitely going to want to undo when you're first firing it up. And then on the back, you've got more peripherals. Got your exhaust port. Looks like, I don't know about you, does this look like an air assist port right here?
I think so. That's what it looks like.
That's interesting because I haven't heard anybody talk about air assists yet in their videos or seen anything in the manual about air assist. But that looks like an air hose to me, doesn't it?
It does.
That's weird. And there was definitely no compressor in the unit. Why would they have an air assist there? Maybe that's something they're going to release later. That is interesting to me. Okay. All right. So now that we've got all the different angles, we'll try to set this back over here. Boom. Yeah, it's beefy. It's definitely heavy. I think it feels heavy because it's so compact. It's like they really packed a lot of technology into this for sure. I mean, there's a 20-watt fiber, a 20-watt diode. I guess it's all air cooled, so there's probably a bank of fans back here. But all right, let's get might have to do the same thing with the smoke purifier.
Oh, you want me to help you?
Maybe. Let's see real quick. Well, let me get it up on the table real quick. Oh my God. I thought that the F1 Ultra was heavy. Let's get this. All right. Once again, this is what you would get if you get the Deluxe. So you've got the smoke purifier. That's what they're calling it. It's basically a fume extractor. So you've got some adapters in here. Looks like there's a foam right on top, another hose. But I think this is the same one that they sell with their other units too. It's not specific to the F1 Ultra. So you're going to get all kinds of adapters, more foam. Really kind of glad they sent this because I've been wanting to look at their little portable fume extractor just to take a peek. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to, let's see. Nope. Let's get it back on the ground before I knock everything over. All right. All right, here we go. Ready? Let me try to grab like, perfect. Perfect. There we go. Can we just talk about the amount of packaging that I'm throwing in the black hole? Can we just stop for a moment? I've been like really on this kick lately about packaging. Packaging, not just with products whenever you buy from anywhere, but like just packing in general. We're going to do a video on, I don't know when, but it might be a month from now, a couple weeks from now. We're going to do a video on pricing wholesale laser engraving jobs for like business to business and doing extremely large volumes and tips and tricks on how I deal with large volumes. But one of the things that can happen with these huge orders is the amount of packaging that you have to deal with or unpack, and then the waste that they're created. And it's just something I don't think everybody thinks about sometimes, is sometimes there can be a lot of packaging to deal with. And we're going to get into that in a later video. Yeah, just something for a later video is packaging. But anyway, let's take a closer look at this. We've got, it looks like a bunch of different clamps and connectors so you can adapt to different size hoses, power supply. What I'm mostly, and then another accordion hookup cable. So plenty of different connectors to adapt to whatever unit you need to hook this up to. And then it looks like there is your exhaust. Or does this exhaust out the bottom or the side? Interesting. Okay, check this out. Okay, definitely doesn't go out the bottom. So that must be the exhaust port right there. So you can either hook that up, still vent it outside, which you can do, or if you're in a closed environment or working at a mobile event, you could definitely at least get this away from your booth or the tent, or just if it does a good job of scrubbing the air and getting all the fumes out, then you don't have to really pump it anywhere. But let's go ahead and take a look inside.
Do you want to talk about consultations at all?
Not on this one. The memberships is what I really wanted to talk about. Yeah, memberships are kind of new to us, and channel memberships, totally awesome way to support us here. So it looks like it's just got 2 clamps. Just undo those, super easy. Top comes off, and just like most standard fume extractors, you've got a pre-filter right here. These are all things that are going to be, one of the things you got to know about fume extractors is that, you know, all these filters inside here are consumable. So depending on how much or how little or what you're pumping through them, that will determine how often you need to buy a replacement set of filters. A good rule of thumb that I've heard from multiple high-level fume extraction companies is, if you can smell it, it's probably time to change your filters. I know that's not very scientific, but when you get brand new filters in real fume extractors, you shouldn't be able to smell anything. If you're cutting wood, now leather, that's a little tough for any fume extractor because the smell of burning leather is just really hard to extract fumes from. It will go through even a brand new set of filters, like you still might smell a little bit of that. But most of the time with fume extractors, you shouldn't smell anything coming out, like no acrylic vapors, no wood, burning wood smell or anything else if your filters are good and you've got a good fume extractor. So it's my little tidbit on that. So pre-filter, catch any large particles coming off. Then it looks like we go into the HEPA type filter, so the fine filter, and we've got a couple of those. So you've got second stage, then you've got, oh, so that's it. It's a 3-stage. And then this right here, this one right here is filled typically always with activated charcoal. It's going to be definitely the heaviest of the filters. So the activated charcoal that they pack into here, you can't see it, but it's in here. That's what's going to get rid of the odors and the VOCs. It's supposed to be captured by this. It doesn't look like it's refillable. So you will have to definitely just always include, if you're going to be using fume extractors, always include the cost of having to replace the filters. And then inside here, we've got the main exhaust fan right there. And that's it. It's really not, fume extractors are really not that complex. Anybody out there have this one? I'm just curious if anybody has this one and they've been using it and they're happy with it, or what their experience. But we're definitely going to put it to the test with the F1 Ultra as soon as we get all of our testing done and everything. So, you know, I think that pretty much is gonna about wrap up this unboxing. I don't know if I can fit everything on the table, but let's get the conveyor back up, because can I just tell you how excited I am about the conveyor? I want to be excited about the conveyor. Boom, look at that thing.
Well, Erica has it for the P2 and she's happy with it.
Oh, Erica? Nice.
Chad Custom said that you both got the delayed shipment, but he got it too, but he said you're going to be really impressed once you start it up.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I want to just take some time. I know that this right now, the units that they sent out for all of us to test are in the beta stage for sure. They're not the final production, but what they said is very, very close. This is very, very close to the actual units that are going to ship. And I think when they say like not quite beta stage, there's still things that they're working on. There's still things that they're fine tuning, but most of all the features that I'm going to show in my video are pretty much dialed in. There's a couple more features that they're going to add down the road. And I think some, like what? We saw that air assist. We saw that air assist nozzle. Like, what's that? What's that all about? So like we might find that could be helpful. I know that they're still developing and working on the 3D engraving and how to map curved surfaces and stuff. So I know that's coming down the pipeline, probably with a firmware update. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to feature that in my video, but the real meat and potatoes of this is definitely going to be, shown in my video. I'm really excited to get into it for sure. Okay. I think that was about it, but let's see. Yeah. So are there any other questions before we go offline that anyone has about anything in general about laser engraving or about the F1 Ultra, or any questions I could be helpful with before we sign off and go back to actually doing laser engraving work today? Any other questions? No?
I'm not seeing it.
That's okay.
Yep.
That's okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody who commented, asked questions, who tuned in, whether you tuned in for a second or whether you tuned in for a long time. I'm excited to get into it. I will make sure that I give you some updates along the way of where we're at with our video, but just know that it is, we have one short video coming out really, really soon on a completely different subject. But after that, it's all hands on deck with the F1 Ultra, and I will do my best to bring it to you the way I see and tell you things I love about it and tell you things that maybe I think could use improvement, but I'll give it to you honest, and we'll have fun doing it. So thanks for coming by, and I'll see you around on the next episode of Laser Engraving 911.